how much of a big deal is location flexibility, geographic flexibility for candidates?
Very important,
right?
Very important. We've kind of settled on that 3-2-2-3 mix. That seems to be the way it is because there's still a
Just explain that to the people. What does that mean?
3-2-2-3 means 2 or 3 days from home, 2 or 3 days from the office.
Okay.
Because particularly when you're more of a junior person in the industry,
Yes.
you need to bounce ideas off people.
Yes.
You need to learn from your peers.
Yes.
You need to get, by osmosis, just be in.
Yeah, there needs to be that community feel.
Exactly.
Yep.
You can't just develop your career on your own in an igloo.
No, that's fair. That's a really fair point where people would say, no, 100% work from home. No, I disagree too. I believe there still needs to be some connection. Okay. And even with my team, we have at Learn Awesome, we have a work from anywhere in the world policy.
Well.
So that means that when I go overseas, I'm still working. I just work whenever I can. Yep. None of our stuff is due at 9:32 a.m. on Tuesday. Right. It's always like a day or a week that there's a due date for a project. So I don't care when my team works and they love it for the flexibility. But because of that, we still then start to bring in this weekly catch-ups. And we had one yesterday where it's bring your problems to the meeting.
Nice.
And we kick the can around. So it's like one of our teams like, I'm trying to build a quiz for this program and it's not working. How do I do it? And so then one of my other team members is like, have you tried this? And then I'm like, have you tried this? Yep. Tried this. This is this. Problem solving. And that's what you're sort of saying is if you isolate yourself too much, which is great in some respects, like to do focused work at home, no distractions, no travel, all that's great. But sometimes you need that human interaction. So 3-2-2-3, is that what you said?
3-2-2-3 is the industry standard these days.
Interesting. Yep. Yeah, really, really cool.
Some clients will allow you to do 5 days from home and some clients want you to do 5 days in the office.
Ooh. Now, do you see that as a detract? Like, do you see that if your clients, so you obviously, and you've taught me a lot about the recruitment industry. You obviously try and find the right talent to match for your jobs, but your clients are offering the jobs for you to go fill.
Yes, correct.
Do you have to do any sort of expectation realignment with clients when they want to get the best talent? Yep. I'd imagine most of your clients would want the best of the best of the best.
Definitely.
But the best of the best, they know that they're the best.
That's right.
And so they would also be like, well, no, I only work from the office 1 day a week. I don't want to work for a company that doesn't give me that flexibility. Yeah. Are you finding that you're having those discussions?
That's a really good point because right now the job market is such that it's an employee's market.
Yeah.
It's turned. So a lot of companies and employees have to be very flexible compared to what they were before if they want to attract the right talent.
Interesting.
Whereas in the old days, you said, this is the job. You don't like it? We've got another one.
Yeah, we've got 100 other people. Yeah. So it's basic economics, right? So
supply and demand.
The demand of jobs is less than the supply of quality talent. Yep. And because the talent's quality, the power's stacked with the employee. Oof. Yep. Interesting. So and the more niche, I don't really imagine because you work in a very niche area, the more niche it gets, the smaller the pool of talent gets, the more power the talent has.
The more power the talent has, and the more flexible the employee has to be.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But there's always a bit of a middle ground.
There's got to be give and take.
Got to be give and take. Absolutely. And a lot of candidates and employees have to be realistic.
Yes.
And they have to check their ego at the door.
Oh my gosh.
That's another thing.
100%.
Everybody thinks they're worth $20,000, $30,000 more than they are, or they want a pay rise of $20,000, $30,000. So, easy now.
Definitely.
I can understand 5 or 10, but
we're back.
easy.
We're there.
One step at a time.